Voice lesson for teachers with little tips for your lecture recording. What voice? Why do I need a lesson for my voice? Well, according to many research, nonverbal communication accounts for the majority of communication. What it means is that other than the words that we use, there is a lot of other elements. For example, my hand gesture, my facial expression, eye contact, tone of the voice, intonation going up and down, excitement or not. All other elements account for the absolute majority of communication. So when you are recording your lecture, it is about presentation as well. So it's not only the contents that are important, but also how they are delivered to your students. So there are things to consider to make your presentation more whole and complete. One of the bottom lines is the confidence. How do you feel? How confident do you feel about what you are delivering? Not only the content, but also confidence in you as an instructor. So those are kind of things that are important in video production for your lectures. So first, I do want you to go to this video that is created by NPR, and they talk about different things that are related to your voice. So I want you to go ahead and click on the link. If you're watching this video on PowerPoint presentation, go ahead and click on the link. If you're watching this on a video, like a YouTube, I'll put the link in the description section below. So go ahead and click the link. The video itself is about 5-6 minutes long. It's very engaging, entertaining, it's fun. Enjoy it, but I do want you to come back and I'll wait for you. So click on the pause button and then click on the link. Okay? All right, you're back. Welcome back. So, did you learn something? Did you like something they shared with you? I hope you did. So they talked about three main things. One is a vocal energy. So comparison between, flat, monotone voice to exciting, engaging, more dynamic voice, all based on your lungs, your vocal box here, and so there's kind of things that we'll be talking about. They also talked about vocal fry. I don't think I can do that, but some of you can. So if you do, there's something to consider. So certain voice sound are easier to follow or easier to listen compared to others. So there are other things that you can try out. They talked about script to voice. So some of us write down every single word that we're going to be we're going to say in our video. Just instead of just monotone, just reading off the book sound, you can add a little bit more color, a little bit of a theme, so it'll be much more engaging to the listeners. So those are the things that the video talked about, and I'll go into little detail and some practices and tips in the next slide coming up. Stretch. Just like you go for a little run or exercise at the gym, it's a good idea to stretch before you record your lesson. So this is one of my favorite part of this presentation because I can make a fool of myself, and I am going to do it. So first thing is I-A-E-O-U, I-A-E-O-U actually. So we are going to kind of open up our voice box and also kind of exercise our lungs and all the nasal cavity and all that. We're going to just open it up by following I-A-E-O-U, I-A-E-O-U, and also it'll stretch my mouth and also start working on my tongue so that they will produce a more accurate dictation. So let's do it. I-A-E-O-U, I-A-E-O, so a little bit bigger, I-A-E-O-U, all the way, I-A-E-O-U. And also we can go up and down, just like, those opera singers, stretching their voice box. So I-A-E-O-U, I-A-E-O-U, I-A-E-O-U. So you got the idea. Okay, the next is tongue stretching. So here's the tongue that's going to go around. Well, actually, let's go up, well, down. And then left and right, right, left. So basically, I'm kind of doing the muscle exercise of the tongue. And then we're going to go clockwise and then counterclockwise. And if you dare, put the tongue out, up, down. So that sort of kind of things. So now my tongue, my mouth are all kind of pumped up. Okay, the next is facial muscles and stretching. So sometimes this is kind of tired day, so I go and then give a little bit of facial massage and then stretching. So one of the easiest way to stretch my facial muscles is smile. Or just laughter. Ooh. So when I do that, I also exercise my lungs as well. So the next would be the chest. Just open up the chest, like stretch your chest, and then shoulders up and down, and then just flex a little bit, and then rotate, and then just gently move around your neck, not like pull or anything like that. That could hurt. So gently, small rotation, and then go back around. And then again, it's like try to open up the lungs, and then do deep breathing. And then also small, short breathing. So those are the kind of things that you saw in the video, the NPR video. So if you do that, as you do that, you'll notice that you have kind of relaxed or stretched, more confidence, and more oxygen, more air into your lungs, because you need that. And also, incidentally, your brain needs a lot of oxygen. So keep breathing. Posture. Posture is important because it supports your physical presentation. Just like when you are kind of crouching like this, or open up, sitting tall or standing tall, that makes difference. So you may sit it when you are recording, or you may stand up depending on your recording setup or what you want to do in the presentation, video presentation. So you may sit it or standing down. The key thing is that you need to feel kind of grounded. For example, put the feet down, the sole of the feet touch down the floor so that you feel secure instead of your feet like crossing over. Then is not stable, and then the body will sense that, and then that insecurity will be added into your voice. So put the feet down to the floor, open up the chest, and stand tall or sit tall. And if you want to, you can practice your Wonder Woman posture, stand, or Superman, or something that is like energizing your spirit and your body. One of the things that I really like is pounding the chest, like opening up. Well, I don't have any kind of research or theory to back it up of something like a pounding the chest, like it opens up the lungs. I don't have the theory, but I do that because it feels good. It's like a King Kong, like oh. So it brings up my spirit and energy, and those are the kind of things that I need, and I want to use that to deliver my lesson. Okay. Presentation. There is so many things that I would like to talk about, but for this presentation, we're going to just focus on a few things, such as how to stay engaged with the audience, how to show your confidence or not showing the inconfidence, and also just a few tips about speech or speech patterns. So first, engagement. Most important thing about engagement is eye contact. So I know this is not easy necessarily, especially the first time, but after a little practice, it gets easier and better. So meaning that I'm looking at the camera right there, and then I'm pretending that there's somebody behind the camera. Well, I know that's true because you are watching this video, and then I am making an eye contact, and it does make difference. For example, I talk about something very important and look away. I am giving you nonverbal communication that I am not confident, I'm not that engaged, I'm not all kinds of things. We don't want that. So when you talk about something important, you don't have to make eye contact all the time, but when you're making an important point, it's a good idea to look at the camera and make the eye contact. Intonation and no monotony, okay? So it just comes naturally when you make sure that you build up your confidence and stretch, relax your facial muscles, and when you prepare, and then also when you want to show something to your students, the intonation will come naturally. But when you notice that we're not always all well, energized. Sometimes we're tired, late at night, or there's so many things happening. Sometimes we feel a little bit down. Just be aware when you are recording. You want to have some intonation. It's like water, flowing down the stream. It's not like smooth, but a little bit of ups and downs and up and downs. So that will help the students to follow your lecture and your instruction. So another thing about is that I want to talk about is a power box. So right now you're watching me in that little box down there. So that's my power box. You see that the bulleted list and the little image up there, but I'm down here. So that's my power box. And I want to use that as much as possible. So hand gestures, facial expressions, sitting or standing tall, eye engagement, all that kind of things. That's my real estate that I want to fully use. Okay, confidence. This is something that I noticed that over time sometimes when I say something, even though it's not a kind of question sentence, I end up ending the sentence going up, like a questioning. It's like, we had a good day. We are going to have some interesting lesson. That sort of kind of things. So even though the sentence is not a question, but the end of the sentence goes up, because it basically means that I am not sure, or I'm asking you what you think about it, rather than what I delivering or expressing what I think about it. So it's better to end the sentence with a full stop, period. Okay, or if you want something excitement, have some exclamation mark at the end. Okay. The pattern that I noticed that is like kind of mushy ending of the sentence. So that's what I meant, like mushy. Instead of a full stop or exclamation mark, let's think about it, kind of thing. So again, that reduces the confidence. It's an information, it's a message. Oftentimes it could be a wrong message. Okay, so just pay attention to that. That sort of kind of things you may not notice. It's one of the things that you want to kind of record yourself and watch your speech pattern, and just pay attention to that, and then try to practice. And after a while, those less than confident sentence will eventually work it out. Okay. All right, so show some excitement. All right, so again, this is something that will come naturally, but also just be aware. If something is important, something is exciting, show it rather than trying to hold it down. Your students will appreciate it, even though you may feel like, why bother, or I don't really want to show, for a number of different reasons. I do respect that, but it's a good idea, I think, to show your excitement, because you care about what you are teaching, and students will appreciate it. Okay. Slow down when you speak, especially if you're a fast talker. I am not, but sometimes I do speak faster when I'm kind of rushed, or when I'm a little bit tired. So I tended to I speak faster. And then also I tended to not pronounce the words all the way. For example, the word end, like a apple and banana. Sometimes I say apple and banana, like instead of end, I say N. For most of us would be fine, but for English as a second language speakers, that could be a barrier. So try to pronounce the end of the word all the way. That basically means slowing down, even though you may feel you don't have a whole lot of time. Okay? Okay. So those are the noise. Sometimes I make it a kind of a little sound. That happens, or so different people have a different noise patterns. So those are the kind of things that's a little bit difficult to notice until you record yourself and watch yourself. And when you do that, just pay attention to those noise that you make. So again, practice, practice, and practice. So that's it.